It's a curse. But I was a fool. And the gods that walk among us thirst for death.
I'll put you in the ground.
I thought I could be a hero. But heroes don't survive the Forsaken Lands. Only monsters do.
Alright, so you ran out of stamina there. You gotta move a little bit quicker. But wait until your little blue bar fills all the way up down in the bottom of your group. See that? Alright, now you're full stamina. Strength circle. Pull the trigger. There you go. Now give it a massage. Oh. So yeah, you've got the right idea, but you can only attach rings to rings. And what you're going to want to do, he's got like some rings attached to his ankle, and you're going to want to getting the hang of it now. All right, now it's Star Wars time. You see those? He's got the loops on the inside of his ankles. Yeah. You want to tie his ankles together. Yeah, kind of get between his legs. Remember, you can use your strength power to run extra fast. You already got it.
I just up my ass.
It'll come back. Off to your left, you'll see like a little hole that you can, and then pull yourself up. Push heavy. There you go. Now let your stamina recharge a little bit here. And you can use your axe to thrust through his bone wall. Unless you can kind of reach around it. Oh, there you go. Just do it while climbing. Perfect. Now you gotta go down. Kind of a crazy trick shot. You're going to go from his hip to his hand. Pull it off. Nice. And now just climb over that platform.
VR game, right?
Well, so Skydance made the Walking Dead games before this, and I joined for this project. But I've been also working in VR games forever, ever since it started. I've been working in VR for at least 8-9 years.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Something is just picking up that. Like, can you maybe tell me for which glass systems this will come out? This was PlayStation, right?
Yeah. So it's going to be on PlayStation VR2, PC, Quest 2, and Quest 3.
Okay. Any plans for Apple or something?
No plans for Apple. Do you have an Apple Vision Pro?
I wish. Right.
Maybe that's a problem.
This is like the setting. Is it like Nordic inspired? Is it like just?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's really exciting. So obviously, our last two games were Walking Dead games, awesome franchise. But this was an opportunity for us to build something completely from scratch. You did nail it. There is some Norse inspiration there, but obviously, once our giant monsters show up, it's something very much our own. And Skydance as a company, they're probably most well known as a television and film studio. Really puts a lot of emphasis on storytelling and story first. And and so what the demo that you just played is a very mechanical demo. It's focused on the visceral melee combat, the climbing, the ability to improvise and explore the world in your own way. But in addition to that, we have a rich story, where you play as this character Ren, who sort of meets different characters in Forsaken Lands with betrayals, hidden twists and turns, and then it's all kind of set on this backdrop of these sweeping landscapes and these giant monsters. And then in addition to that, because we're so committed to the story, we want, and we have the opportunity to build a whole new world. We also wrote 1,000 years of history to this world that goes back. And so every tower, every castle, every sword has a story behind it. And we manifest that in a couple ways. Not only the whole storytelling, but we also have lore objects on the edges of the world. Where if you go and explore the world, you'll find these skulls that you can crush, and then the memories of the long dead will be seep into your mind, and you can hear it as an audio log.
Oh, it's audio log. Okay, I was
No, it's audio log. So it's kind of fun. It's like Hamlet, where you look at the skull, and then it's got that VR movie, you crush it, and then you start hearing the whispers of long dead people in your brain. It's cool. And then, because that's not enough, we also wrote an entire graphic novel that takes place before the game, where and this is just sort of our desire and commitment to tell the story before the story, and this kind of, it's not a required reading for the game, and players can go and read it for free online, but it adds a lot of depth, and hopefully players will feel the depth of the storytelling and the world building as they're exploring our giant monster slaying game.
How's the share? How do you plan to share the different activities, climbing, discovering, solving puzzles, fighting, maybe finding background story? Is this all just same amounts? Yeah.
So the game is we have 4 of the giant behemoths. You fought one of them here at Gamescom. And then in addition to that, we have 4 biomes. Each one moves over his own biome. Then we have 7 mini bosses that are between those. And these are humans with cool special weapons that you can collect. The campaign overall takes about 10 to 12 hours to complete. Or if you want to find absolutely everything, in our sort of alpha and beta testing, we found that people will take upwards of 18 hours to find everything. You exactly nailed it. We've got combat, we've got exploration, we've got puzzling, and then we've got behemoths. And what we try to do is pace out the path of our game in such a way so that like just as you're starting to feel like tired from the combat, and you walk into the next room and we give you some puzzling. And then just as you're starting to get a little distracted on the puzzling, you walk in the next room and you're doing navigation and climbing and zip lining and zipping around, and then that feeds back into combat or a boss fight or whatever. And by having these, or you come in and you get to watch a really breathtaking cinematic scene. And all of these things are kind of hopefully fused together or woven together or in an artistic way that like creates something that feels well paced. Yeah, I don't know if it's like exactly equal parts. I like the combat is definitely like probably the center stage of it all. But yeah, we try to pace it out.
Are you like already on the polishing phase of the game?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So you just saw a pre-alpha build, but we're into, or sorry, pre-beta build, but we're in beta. Obviously we only have a few months left. We're just focusing on putting the finishing touches.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about it.
Any other questions? Like, anything?
I can't think anymore because I need to check it. But what are the most inspiring stuff which you are looking for? Is it Walking Dead or is it like other games? Like it looks a little like the Skyrim or so.
I mean, obviously
Shadow of the Colossus, yeah.
I love that game so much.
Yeah.
And we wanted to and I think so with The Walking Dead, we were able to build a really like sort of we kind of honed our craft as VR storytellers, and we also kind of developed a really, really weighty melee system that we wanted to grow.
Yeah, that was really fitting.
Yeah. And it's violent and it's responsive and it allows you to be creative in all sorts of sinister ways, so it's cool.
And is there also discovering, exploring part a little bit bigger, or is it more like you do? You have these different stages where you need to do. You learn your abilities.
So it's not like an open world. It's like a wide linear game. We actually started the game off as an open world, and we pivoted to something that was much tighter, more tight, like adventure-based game. Yeah, because we wanted it was kind of that rhythm that I was talking to you about. We wanted it to be a little bit more handmade, and we want the behemoths to show up and like do something scary every couple of minutes, every so often, so you feel like you're hot on the trail, even if it may take you hours to finally track them down.
I mean, also like VR has developed so much over the last years. We've been seeing both levels here. Like the first year it was just like more like almost like a gimmick, where you just like shoot like an arrow to the spot. And then we have these games where you jump from spot to spot. Like we have like really cool VR games, something like that. And it's like fully it's a whole different game. And I think it's just going further and further. What's your like vision for what VR will be in the next 2 years?
Yeah.
Maybe for your next fight, but you think it might already. But what do you think VR will become in the next years after this game?
Well, I mean, I think this year is a very exciting year for VR. In addition to Behemoth, I think there's some other really, really exciting titles coming out. Batman coming out, I'm super excited about that. A bunch of other games are on the way. I think the VR community in general, like all of us working in the medium, are really excited to see what's what each other are doing. We all kind of believe in like all boats rise together, whether you're a different studio or whatever. I want them all to be great. When I look forward to the future of VR, here's what I would say. I don't know necessarily. I can't predict what's going to happen next year, but what I will say is that like with Behemoth, we were able to, the idea of kind of exploring the space that Shadow of the Colossus trailblazed for us is really interesting because VR has something to say about that, right? VR says, like, oh, giant monster fight, but if it's if it's first person, you're really going to feel it in a way that knows. Like the screen will, it does something different, right? And so I would say after 8 years of doing this in the VR space, I'm excited about the fact that we're still finding things like I've never seen anything quite like what we're doing, right? Like this is absolute trailblazing in the VR space right now. And so, this is the game I put out this year. So this is so I know what's happening this year, and it's pretty revolutionary, trailblazing stuff that we've never seen in VR gaming before. I think next year it will be a different developer stream, and then maybe I'll get to come in, or Skydance Games get to come in the following year or something.
Yeah.
But I think I guess to your original point, I'm looking forward to continuing to push the envelope. I still think there's a lot of opportunities to be mined out of the VR space, and it's really exciting.
Yeah, I'm so happy we got to see this, and you showed us the mechanics and everything, and I think, as far as I can tell, maybe, also if you remember anything, I don't think I've seen anything that was quite as action-heavy, advanced as this one in all of the years of this year. I think you were totally right saying that this is like a little sort of advances the genre, not genre, like a medium. Yeah.
Awesome.
Happy
Thank you. I
to
really appreciate that.